Live.
Live.
Good lad.
Is it live or is it live?
Live.
Live.
Good evening.
Good morning. We should tell everybody we've just got up. Fresh out of bed. You made me breakfast.
Oh. Do you enjoy it?
Fertilised egg. Oh no, poached egg, not fertilised.
Fertilised eggs? What are you talking about?
I don't know. How are you? Happy Dad Tales Day.
Happy Dad Tales Day, my friend.
How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. How's your week been?
I'm worried. You've come prepared. You have like a laptop and everything.
It's because emails.
Oh, good thinking.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's for the news stories.
For our news stories. Anyway, Let's get to that instead. Because this is the Dad Tales podcast. I'm Andy and this is Leon. We're parents to 5 children that we know about between us, but we are not a couple, are we? This is the podcast where we can give our take on the parents' point of view. No. And what? I don't know what I'm supposed to say. We're operating on an 80-10, 20 split of poor and priceless advice. We're to offer you views on problems, blah, 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 blah. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram.
Just doing a bit of promo for Wakefield Express here. I'll wait for you to finish doing that boring speech you do every week.
Season 3, episode 27.
I'll go with that.
8, maybe 27.
I'll go with
We're on somewhere like that. How's your week been?
Asked you first. How's your week been?
You did ask me first. Pretty standard. Couple of things though.
Go on.
This weekend I had a little bit of a phone amnesty.
Oh,
I just put it down, didn't touch it really, just kind of...
Collective or just you?
Just me, because I just thought, you know, whenever you go somewhere and you just see people on the phones all the time, and I think, and I'm conscious of how much I'm on my phone, it's just scrolling crap. So, yeah, put it down a little bit this weekend and I feel good for it.
Do you though?
Well, I do, and then today I've suddenly reverted back to
catch up.
Normal. Yeah, catch up. That's exactly what I thought. But I think I could have done it. Yeah, I know I need to do it better.
Yeah, I've had this thing I want to. I know I can't do it, but go back to like a basic phone where it'll text and it'll ring, and that's all I really need a phone to do. I could really delete the social media apps, couldn't I? Really, if I want to do it. But the temptation's there.
There's a little FOMO though, isn't there?
Yeah, I think so. The thing what I want to be able to do is, if I need to upload something, I can do it, and that's wait for the app to re-download me, log back in, all that jazz.
Yeah. Plus, as well, like, there's certain news things happened, and I think it's good to be on top of that type of stuff, just knowing what's going on in the world.
Yeah, but social media news is fake news.
Well, there's been a couple of deaths today.
Has there?
Yeah. It's nice to know them things. So I can cancel the Christmas cards.
I don't know any.
Yeah. And so my other point...
Brushing over there.
Yeah.
But it's important ones like high media people.
There was a newsreader died.
All right.
And Trevor Francis, R.I.P.
Oh, I didn't know that, huh?
You see? I'm on my phone more than you.
Oh, I like Trevor Francis as well.
Anyway, so I've got a second story for you.
Ooh.
And I don't know how you'll take this one.
Uh-oh. We're splitting the podcast up.
No, so on Friday, right, so our local McDonald's, whenever I go to my local McDonald's, I don't know if I've told this before, but they always go, can you just go park up?
Yeah.
And I know why they do it.
Because you're already
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Spitting in your burger for you.
It's because they're targeting to get people through the drive-through. So while they're parked, that's it, they've gone through.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I know this because I know somebody that works there, should I say.
Didn't know this.
So when it's quieter, it's even worse because they bank the time. If you come to the first window, pay for your order, get to the second window, they'll give you drinks and then chuck you straight out. And it's literally a few seconds. So then, whatever they're targeted at, they bank that time over the hour. So when it does slow down later on, they're in front, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, goes to McDonald's on Friday evening.
Please say no.
I refused to be parked up. So
they're so spitting on burger.
Paid for it. So this is my point, right? So paid for it, gets to the second window, ordered a Big Mac meal and a Happy Meal. Nothing outrageous. Nothing where I didn't want a Big Mac meal with no tomato sauce or nothing. Just bring it as it is. Gets to the second window. She passes the drinks over. can you just park up, please? Just so your food's fresh. That was her words. So your food's fresh. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna. Because every time I park up, it takes ages. Some other guy bleated in there, I'll make sure it gets out for you. I'm like, no, you're all right. So then he turns around and says, just give him his money back. I'm like, I don't want my money back, just want my food. Manager comes over, what have you ordered? Big Mac meal, Happy Meal. Right, can we get it sorted? Within about 6 seconds, my order was in a bag, in my hand, in the car. I'm like, thanks very much. Shot straight out. The girl lied to me, saying my food was going to be fresh because it's already there ready. I am
Just park up your misery.
No, but why?
Because
It's fast food. You do not go through a drive-through and be told to park up.
So why don't you walk in next time then?
Because that takes even longer.
Is it?
I make a choice between going in or driving through. Why would I want to be parked up?
Why was you in such a rush? Where was you going?
You drive through. You drive through.
Well, you
you
know that was just a panicky, like trying to get somewhere important.
But you don't. Do you?
I get what you're saying.
It's the principle of it. And honestly, the times where I've been parked up and then they brought the wrong order.
Never happened.
Not
Fake news.
it absolutely. So I refused. So I'm saying to people,
Would you queue behind you?
Yeah.
The people behind you.
So my point being, if they want me out that queue, bring me my food. McDonald's is built on effectiveness and efficiency. Everything for there where they cook is in front of them. They don't need to go, oh, I've put this burger in this bread bun. Can you put the sauce on over there? It's there. It's just convenient. That's the exact point of me going.
I like it. I like the fact that it's not you to be that type of person, to be fair.
There was not time. No, you're right. It's not.
So I'm quite pleased that you've been
and
an
there
asshole.
was not time. I said to him, I'm not being a knobhead.
But I've been knobhead, but
I'm
refusing to do what you tell me.
My point as well is, I've thought about this since Friday. Bear in mind, it's Monday now. And the more I think about it, I just keep getting epped up about it. But like she said about my food being fresh, she lied. When she said about...
How long, just out of curiosity though, while you was arguing about not moving out the queue and the person piping up and then someone saying get your money back and the manager coming, how many minutes were we talking?
Less than a minute.
All right, God, that manager's attentive.
Yeah, because she knew to get rid of me, just give me food. Because the other thing is, if there's a queue behind, which there was, the only way they're going to get that queue gone is by getting rid of me. I hate being this person, but they didn't have time to spit in my burger. It was too quick. They maybe picked one up off the floor.
I'm going to say, you had to run out of the bin then.
Hey, as long as I get it, I'm not bothered. But yeah, so I did that. So do not be told that you have to park up.
See, this is me park up, I'll go back up.
Honestly, if I'd have ordered a fillet of fish where I know they met them fresh, or if I'd have ordered a burger with no cheese, I would.
Do you know what they actually tell you to do? They actually tell you to order something abnormal and then you know it is fresh.
Yeah.
Because obviously they'll try and make as many burgers as possible so they can get people out as quick as possible, technically. So I always order, and I always like, well, no, I don't, but I used to, but I order something that'd be a bit odd to like, make sure
which
I
I get that. You know what you're paying for. You know it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, how's your week been?
Good. I ain't been knobhead once.
You lie.
Yeah, no, good. Went out on Friday night. So I told you now I've got a story to tell.
Yes, you did. That was as much as I got.
Well, I didn't want to tell you, then I have to tell you the story again twice.
Come on.
So here we go. Went out around Beverley.
Went to McDonald's.
Yeah. Went to McDonald's. There's a guy in front of me refusing to get out of the queue. He's my asshole. I've been on going, get that cooking out of the queue. Anyway.
Right.
So I went to Beverley. So just to rewind, last time I went to Beverley, I missed my train home.
Yes, you did.
So I had to get mum to come pick me up. Time before that, I was planned to get mum to pick me up, but I fell over outside and landed in the mud. I was covered in mud. I'll tell you about this time.
Yes.
So trying to beat Beverley. So third time lucky. Train 10:30. Even everyone's saying to me, what times? From like 10 o'clock. I was like, do not let me miss this train. Times. So everyone's clock watching for me. Gets to the train station. Train pulls up. Gets on the train. Goes to Hull. Gets off the train at Hull. I had a 10-minute wait. Gets on the train. So I'm thinking, I've cracked it. I've nailed it. Back to Berlin. No, on that. Cracked it. Gets on the train. Sticks my phone on. Sat there. Gilberdike. Brilliant. Next thing I know, got to walk up. Where was you meant to get off? And I was like, go. Like, well, we're near Doncaster. I was like, no! So I'm going to sleep on the train. It's last train home. So therefore, there's no train coming back the other way. So I was like, so I stopped at the station, and I wasn't actually at Doncaster, I was at Stainforth, and Stainforth, Hatfield, and it was near Dunsford or Duns somewhere anyway. So I was like, right, I tell you what, I'll get off because obviously that's a bit easy for Mum to come get me because it's close, and I'm to go to Donny. But I was thinking I could maybe get a taxi back. So I was like, so I climbs off. What a mistake. Climbs off the train. Looks around, walked down the end of the road away from the train station. I was like, oh Christ, this is like a sleepy village. And I mean, like a sleepy village. There's barely anything around. A couple of houses, things like that. I'm like, oh, this ain't good. So I looks at my phone, 2% battery. I was like, oh my God. So I rings my mum. I was like, Mum, I'm between Stainforth, and I'm near the sign at Dunsford. The battery's about to die, dead.
No.
So I'm like, brilliant. So I know she's like, she's coming for me, if that makes sense. I thought, oh, great. So sits on the floor thinking, right, what do I do? Just stay at the train station. Maybe I can get somewhere and get a phone call. So I gets up, starts walking down road, walking down away from the train station. And I'm like, God, there's absolutely nothing going on here. And then I walked a bit further and walked around this corner, just slightly. As I walked around the corner, blue flashing lights. I was like, oh, bonus.
Disco.
Nah, I was thinking, emergency services, I'll be able to, surely one of them will lend me a phone so I can just double check my mum's coming sort of thing. So I walked up, and as I'm getting close, there's like lights everywhere. I'm like, Jesus, what's going on here? There's only doing a big, massive house raid on this house. So there's like 8 cop cars just sprawled over the road. They're in that house, dragging people in now. So I walked up right in the middle of it all and went, can I borrow a phone? I've just been kicked off train. I need to ring to make sure I'm taxing my mum's on her way to pick me up. And it was like, do you know, it's like, mate, can I see a busy here sort of thing? You're absolutely till in the middle of this. So one of the coppers goes, oh yeah, so give me the phone. So I ring my mum, and I pretty much I was like, where are you? And she's like, I'm just coming to the train station now. I was like, brilliant, thanks. Took the phone back, span on me, and off I went.
How did you know your mum's number?
Don't you know your mum's number?
No.
I know mum's number. Well, so we've all got the same number apart from the last 2 digits.
Yeah.
So well, it was. I was at one point I was thinking, is it 4546? Because the other one, Becky's number, don't I can't read that. So, but I was like, I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. Gets in car. I was like, I'm sorry, Mum. Sorry. So the thing is, like, if I'd have been absolutely steaming, I'd be a bit more. But I was just genuinely tired. It was one of those things where I just got on train and I was like, I've done it. I've cracked it. I'm going to get home. I can't believe it. I was thinking, oh, what a takeaway should I call out on my own?
Amy's going to be well pleased with me.
Oh, God, nightmare.
What time did you get home?
About 12:15, half 12, something like that.
What time should you be home?
11:15.
Oh.
Yeah. So, like I say, the best is when he walked me off and he's like...
Oh, what you want, like the conductor?
The conductor. Because obviously we're getting close towards Donny, and obviously... No, I tell you what, good job he did wake me up. He was on his way to Sheffield.
Ouch.
I had to put more time the next morning to get up for. But it's one reason why I'm getting steaming as well. I was like, oh, jeez. So, nightmare. Absolute nightmare.
So you're cancelling these trips to Beverley now?
Well, I think I'm just not going there because I can't get home properly.
Just drive.
Yeah, I might have to. That's the only times I've ever made it home when I've driven.
Yeah.
But yeah. I
Good
made it home in one piece. Yeah, like I said, good laugh. Good laugh.
Dear me. Dear me. Shall we talk this week's topic?
You can do, yeah.
Right, so we're going to talk the news. So we've covered the news a bit before, but I wanted to be a bit more specific. So, when was the last time you bought the local paper? Do you buy the local paper?
No, I don't. I used to. Any time I buy it is for kids read it.
Yeah, so I haven't bought my local paper for a long, unless kids in it. I used to religiously buying a daily paper like every day.
Yes, I did. On way to walking to work or go to work or way to work, I'd buy one.
Yeah.
I
Get one
for
pretty
ages.
much every day. On holiday, you'd spend €2.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Getting one on holiday. And that was not even the day's news, was it? It was like the
The
day
day
before.
before, yeah.
So I thought, let's have a look through the news and see what's in it. And so I didn't buy my local. I bought the Wakefield Gazette, and which is obviously local to Wakefield. I'm just trying to move my leg around here, scratching away. And what I noticed in it, it doesn't seem to have moved with the times.
What do you mean?
Like, a lot of it's about death. There's like a page in...
Yes, the obituary, isn't it?
Well, there's a full page of like obituaries, but there's other stuff in it that's kind of related to death. Like funeral services is on a page. There's actually a full-on 7-day TV guide.
Oh, that's good.
Who's buying a newspaper for a TV guide nowadays?
Well, it's funny you say that, because the other day, I saw Radio Times. Who's buying Radio Times these days?
So it's a TV guide for the radio.
Well, no, it's not. Is it? No, it's not. It's like a
It's got
TV
the
guide.
radio listings in though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
But I was like, in the day of the internet, who the hell is buying that?
That's what my point is. And like, there's stuff in there. It's very much depressing. If I was to live in that town, I'd be pretty. Yeah, it's just the stuff in there. All seemed to link to old people and death. Like, there's a big advert for one of them baths that you climb in with door.
I want that. Just like a sitting up and just get more on the floor.
You need a lamp up first.
No.
There's a couple of things in there for trustees that people have died and got no family, so they're asking for trustees. Which is so that was my local news. And then I thought, I'm going to go national.
Spent some bloody money on paper, ain't you?
Well, that's the other thing. Your local news, like £1.60.
Yeah, I've just noticed that. 85p for the star, and like, no, you got the star. Load of tripe, and then
£1.60.
that's a lot, isn't it?
That's what you paid for TV guide.
Because ours is only 50p.
No, it's not. That's not last time you bought one.
What is it now then?
But it's £1.
Is it really?
Yeah. So my national one, front page story reads, "Wait for the Green Man."
Yeah.
I mean, this is a slow news day.
Yeah, but it's weight as in fat weight.
Let
Oh, sorry.
me continue. So what the story is that the little green man at the crossing.
Don't say doesn't speak to people.
No,
as in like...
it's not lasting long enough because people are getting fatter and slower. Hence, wait.
So this is Darwin effect. Run them over. Bloody hell.
Let's get bigger cars, just run them over. So the average across the country green light man.
It's Green Man, isn't it?
Yeah.
It says Green Man. Sexist. Right, I'm campaigning.
Is 6.1 seconds. They're going to add 20% and move it to 7.3 because we're getting fatter, we're getting older, we're getting slower.
Oh, God, it's a long time to wait. Especially if you live down the street with loads of crossings.
If you're driving, you mean?
Yeah.
Straight through.
Yeah, bank them all over.
So, what's your thoughts on the? I think I know what your thoughts.
Dog eat dog, mate. I tell you what I've noticed, and it's pissing me right off when it comes to cars. Do you know we changed the?
You're on a train fan.
Yeah. Do you know that? I know the highway code didn't change, but it got scrutinised to say, like, it's the driver's. If someone walks into the road, it's driver's responsibility, and things like that. I tell you what, people think it's stupid now. The amount of people that walk out in front of the road, you'd be wrong looking and go, mate, you walked in front of me. What are you doing?
See if you're mate when I start riding on path.
Yeah. Oh man, it's doing me head in. And I've noticed it more on, not necessarily your big main busy roads, but over roads. So for us, if you went down like Poets Corner, walking down there like not like a drive down there all the time. It's just one that I can say that.
It's like, what are you going to do to me? Are you going to run me over? No, you're not, are you? So I'm just going to walk across this road. If I'm like that and I see a car coming, I generally get my little dad run on.
Yeah.
Let's
Or
skip on.
I go. Oh, quick. Oh, sorry. Do you know?
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention, and I realised I stepped back and think it. The cojones on some of these people just like, yeah, what are you gonna do about it? I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run you over and make an ornament in front of my car.
Bury you.
Dickheads. But the other thing as well is, I don't know if they've got headphones in or what, I'm just not listening or.
Well, I was coming around the corner the other day and there was a girl walking across the road and she started walking and I started indicating to turn around. She saw me. She was on a phone. She saw me. She didn't speed up. She just literally looked straight at me as if to say,
I'm walking here.
Yeah.
So, and you go, I'm walking here. I had another one today. It's funny we were talking about this. So I was coming to a junction and the junction like merged onto my road sort of thing. They didn't even look my way. So I was coming. I saw them coming like approaching the junction. And for some reason, I just started slowing down. And they pretty much came to the junction. Instead of looking right to me, they just went, and looked that way. Blew me on, looked at me, just say, what are you blowing your arm for? I'm like, I'm going to smash into you, loony. Couldn't believe it.
more people, more problems.
Wouldn't have had this back in the day because Darwin effect solves a lot of problems.
Survival of the fittest.
Back in the day, my car just gone bang straight into them. I'd probably been in trouble for running into somebody.
Have you got any news stories?
No, so what I was looking at with news is that there's some very weird news stories that are sexually orientated or have that sort of connotation to it.
Nice.
So I got one here. Passionate encounter at Stonehenge takes an unexpected turn. Couple hospitalised by unusual injuries. So pretty much what it was at Salisbury, Wiltshire, a couple tried taking their night of passion a little bit further and got themselves tied up in like a bit of a S&M and they couldn't get themselves free because they'd roped themselves together and got themselves stuck.
I've never been to Stonehenge.
It didn't. By the way, there wasn't on the monuments. There was around. You can't get. Yeah, it says here it was at Stonehenge, but there was something to do with the Druids before the actual monument.
What my point is, surely where the monument is, there's like a car park a bit further away.
Yeah.
So who's going? Hey up, love. Fancy a bit of sexy time? Let's go get in car.
Drive to Stonehenge.
Let's go look at some rocks, and let's get our rocks off.
Yeah.
It's a bizarre world.
Definitely.
And they got tied up.
Yeah, so they tied themselves together, and because whatever they tied themselves, then they couldn't undo the knots, but they're both tied up naked, but couldn't get themselves free.
Absolutely rubbish. Which hand are you tying yourself up with? I tie this one up. Who's tying this one?
Two. Probably tied. I don't know.
Explain yourself. Come on. I've seen mileage on your
So it said they had minor injuries, sprains, including bruises, and the embarrassment. They had to go to Salisbury District Hospital. So if anyone lives in the area, then...
Is it you?
Yeah, was it you?
How did you get injuries? Which third party that left you tied you up?
Nah, good point, actually. Tie up and run.
Somebody's booked in a menage a trois. Can you imagine this, right? So they maybe meet somebody on the internet. We've all seen these stories. Yes, I'll meet you at Stonehenge. Let's get kinky. Let's tie you up. Tie him up. Back to their house. Rob them. Hey, stranger things have happened.
It happens a lot, actually. That. So I've got...
Are they all about sex?
Yeah, I love it. So a couple seeks medical assistance after vacuum stuck up two rear ends. Some sort of sealing problem. So they tried. It says vacuum
Sealing?
sealing gum. It says vacuum sealing mishap in Brighton. So they tried double ending it, I think, and
sealing as not as in the bit that's above your head.
No, sealing is SEALING, like sealing it. So they've sealed up both rectums with the same piece of vacuum apparatus. And that's got to emergency. Imagine walking in like fucking Siamese twins fastened together from the rectum.
So which I mean, any photographs? I'm unsure how this works. Is there like a Hoover piece that goes into like a T-junction?
Maybe, hang on. So oh, they had... There's other things involved.
Shock.
Yeah, there's other things involved. The mouse getting stuck. it just so happened that they connected them using. So they connected the hose of the vacuum cleaner to some butt plugs, and they got stuck.
Homemade sexual
Yeah.
device.
How did they get to hospital? I want to know.
To me.
Both getting back seat. One another.
I think
Who's
I
driving?
think the problem was it was in the back seat.
Oh dear.
No, so one of them had to walk to hospital forwards, and one of them had to walk backwards.
Like Cat Dog. Do you remember that TV program?
Any more?
I've got late night love tunnel ends in firefighters having to rescue in Liverpool. So a romantic encounter took an unexpected turns when a couple they went to somewhere called Rendervisus in a well-known local attraction called the Love Tunnel. It required intervention emergency services. Tunnel renowned for its unique.
I mean, there's an innuendo after innuendo with this, isn't there? Anything that's called the Love Tunnel is. It's giving me.
Oh, this is a rubbish one. They just got stuck in the tunnel and couldn't get back out. So they was actually in there to make love, but they had to rescue back firefighters.
This wasn't a mixture of the story before, was it?
They got their vacuum cleaner with plugs
stuck in their love tunnel.
Yeah. So I just think, one, who's telling the journalists and then giving like a first account. So that one in Brighton where they got the vacuum end stuck up. Who's
reading newspaper?
Yeah,
got a great story.
Because even if the A&E are doing it, shame on them. They're not going, hey, got a right story tonight. Send local journalists down.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe just someone sees them walking down the street going, oh, it's them again.
Imagine being there for form.
I will just give you a very final, quick, and I don't really know where this come up. Right. So, one of the stories in the paper today was that vegetables have gone up in price about 90%. We know we're feeling the pinch on this, don't we? So, carrots have gone from 54p a kilo to £1.02. Broad beans have gone up 52%. That's boring, I know, but stick with me. People have stopped buying soap because of the credit crunch. They reckon that sales of soap. I mean, who's buying bars of soap anyway?
Yeah, bit of cake then, yeah.
Yeah,
Soap
a
on
cake. A bit of cake, I get it. I get it. Oh, yeah.
No, I don't get it.
A cake of soap.
You don't get a cake, sir.
You do?
What?
Yeah, a cake of soap. You do.
Anyway, a cake of soap. Hang on. You know, you get a bar.
You get a cake of soap. Have you never heard that?
No.
It's true. We'll Google it afterwards. I promise you.
Cake of soap.
So they reckon the personal hygiene products have gone down 50%. Right. Stick with me on this one. We know that there's a crunch on. We know that we've got less money to spend. Penis operations are on the rise, literally. And do you know why this is? We could sit here all day, and I don't think you would guess why this is.
People want to eat them. Eat them more.
No, because people are less clean.
Here we go. You get to all that cheesy shit.
Cheese and shit.
That's smeg. That's what I'm trying to think of.
Smeg. Oh, an awful word. No, right? It's because during lockdown, people have nothing to do but watch porn.
How's that cock bigger?
Because, right, whenever you see a story in these papers, there's always a quote from somebody in there. Follow this. It's like watching basketball all day and deciding you should be 6'6".
It's like the stupidest thing ever.
You never watch like an action film and then go, I can drive like him. I can be James Bond.
Yeah, but I don't then think I can then go and do it. That's
But if you're watching all day, you suddenly think, and this procedure costs like towards 10 grand.
So they can't afford to eat, but they can afford to fucking get
This
the
is what I'm
cotton
saying.
made
The
bigger.
country is knackered in it.
Yeah.
We can't
Well,
afford to eat. But
This
people
is saying people are moaning they can't do things. And people have had turkey teeth, air transplants.
tripping off their own dicks. Knocking their teeth out.
Fucking stupid. That's just remind me though. When we came out of lockdown,
Let's pause it there and I'll fill in the blanks. When I came out of lockdown and my arms was off.
I'm like, I knew a big massive arm. My forearms are pumped up to the max. No, because there was a guy who had to go back to work. Yeah, it does relate to what you're talking about. Guy went back to work and just started masturbating at work.
On a Zoom meeting.
Yeah, and he was like, I forgot where I was. He said he forgot to go back into office. I just started cracking one off. Everyone's kicking off. He's like, I thought I was at home. What are you talking about?
Oh, dear me. Very quickly, I'll just finish off. As it's a news story, I thought we'd use the Dear Deidre page. It's not Dear Deidre, I think it's Dear Derek or something like that. Star. And I'd like to know how you would respond to this.
Oh, nice.
My boss and his wife are swingers. He suggested I have sex with his wife while he watches, but I don't even like, let alone fancy her, and it gives me the creeps. Yeah, I'm scared I'll be sacked if I say no. What excuse can I give them? What excuse can I give when other colleagues swear I'll have a ball?
So they've been there and had a go. Well, we'll have a ball in his mouth.
I mean, the advice is Jane. Jane's given some good advice. If this was you, well, not if this was you, if this was somebody that came to you for advice, what would you be saying?
I don't really know.
Let's go for it.
How bad could you be?
Shut your eyes.
How bad do you want the promotion? Do you need this job?
We just said there's not a lot of money about. You might get a promotion, pay rise.
Do you reckon this is actually a true story?
I think a lot of these are a load of rubbish.
As in, like, people just making crap up and...
Yeah, I think we could possibly try and make one up and see if we could get it in paper.
Oh, there we go. So, I bet the advice is...
We need to make one up. Just send one of yours in.
I bet the advice is like, don't do it. Have an open thing, and if you're not valued enough, then go get another job or something.
Yeah, you're not that far off. Yeah, just tell them that you're not interested. If there's hints of you being sacked, speak to HR or ACAS.
ACAS, right? That's what you could do is you could like pretend it's going to actually happen, sort of going through it, sort of thing, and video it, sort of thing. It's like use a blackmail tool. like I'm not doing it. If you try and make me do it or sack me because of it, I'm going to tell everyone about what you did to me.
Oh no, there's a second part to this. I decided to go ahead with it in the end. We went to Stonehenge. I tied him up.
Imagine if that was linked to that.
It does say, your misguided boss may see the idea as a treat, but it sounds predatory. Was predatory ever a good thing?
No.
No. Okay. Let colleagues do what they like, but vow to be your own person. It does sound like that. You know, the colleagues have been getting involved a little bit.
Yeah.
A bit weird, isn't it?
Well, it isn't in a way. Well, not in a way, in a fucking lot of ways. It's a bit weird. Because you've then got to like, so if your boss has seen you having sex, not only would you think, but his wife, that's weird.
People get off on some weird stuff though, don't they?
Yeah. I'm not really, like, do you know, last week was on about, do you know, like, people like, you reckon people like to make noise to then be like an entertainment thing for, do you know, people can hear.
Yeah, listening through walls. And
yeah,
stuff like that, yeah.
Sort of things like that. Just keep yourself to yourself, man.
Yeah, bit vanilla.
Yeah, bit boring.
Yeah. Right, let's do this again next week.
What would you do? You do it. You're like, we're not side upstairs. This is the thing I don't get. Why people like watching. Like, no, we're not watching. That's not quite right. But in like, he's happy to sit and watch someone poke his missus while he then just gets.
He's maybe saving up for his penis extension.
I find that weird.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
Quite literally in this case.
Big strokes. Well, weirdos. Well, no, sorry, I shouldn't judge because there might be some listeners that are into this sort of thing.
Yeah, and that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat.
Just keep it off the internet.
Yeah, keep it away from me as well.
Especially if you're asleep on train. What if they were in touch anyways, is it?
Well, I'm not going to do about hours. I was proper sock on as well. Anyway, it's not
Right, let's do this again next week. I will see you next Thursday.
See you next Thursday, my friend.
You keep smiling.
Stay safe.